I think the summer has been all about trying to recover from last year, in term, more mentally than anything else. The team has showed up for day one in actually really good physical shape. But we had a rough year last year with COVID, a lot of stop and starts to the season, and I think that took a mental toll on all of us. Personally, for me, I've had some personal things off the court that happened within my family that made things difficult for the summer. But when we came back, I think everybody was really happy to see each other, and there was a really excellent energy in the gym, which I was quite amazed to see, to be quite honest. And I'm really happy with how things have gone this first week. Our expectations are to get back to the upward trajectory we were on prior to COVID. Every year that since my arrival, and especially our senior class, we have gotten a little bit better every year and became more competitive, not just within our conference, but outside of our conference as well. And I'm hoping that we can continue on that trajectory. I want to see the seniors, I think the seniors are ready to leave a great footprint as their farewell season goes by here. And, they've continued to build upon the foundation that we've set so that our younger kids can take it to the next level. Well, the preseason tournaments are exactly for that, to prepare us for the conference. 6 of our first 8 matches are going to be what I anticipate to be 6 of those teams should be in the top 15 in the country, with them all coming out of the Northern Sun Conference. So that'll be, right off the bat, we're jumping into the deep end. And hopefully the experiences we get from that, we could always shock the world and pull off an upset, but it's more about just preparing for our conference season and trying to be successful there. So in the past 3 falls, our off season have been pretty good. We've gotten a few wins along the way, but we haven't played as tough schedule in the preseason as we are this year. So I'm not going to put wins and losses as a barometer for our first 2 weeks. We should be graduating 6 players this year. First off, Kelly Walter, who is medically unable to play due to her previous knee injury she suffered early in her career. But she's been a great leader, and she's been a tremendous help off the court in terms of serving as a student assistant coach. So she's the first one we got to mention. Then we have the 2 fifth-year seniors, Kira Vezina and Sarah Bailey. Both have started a lot of matches throughout their career. So, we expect from an experience standpoint for them to continue providing, what they've been able to do for us in the past, and hopefully even build upon it a little more. Our 4th-year seniors are Camden, Katya, and Joe. So, again, Camden and Joe started a ton of matches. They've come back in great shape, and I think they want to leave a great footprint. And Katya continues to improve every year she walks in our gym. And I think Katya can come off the bench and provide us a spark and, dig some balls. I think that the senior class is the first class that's been with me the whole time I've been here. And you can tell in the way that they conduct themselves and the way they compete that they're ready to go. So I'm really looking forward to that. So the junior and sophomore class are really talented. Their volleyball IQ is high for the most part, and they all had significant playing time last year for the most part. Emily Kalinowski is, competing with Hallie Grulke for the setting position. Emily Hagelthorn and Sydney Briney are legit libero candidates, and we're really strong at that DS. with Kayla Wilhelms also pushing for playing time as well. And Caitlin Bishop, Emily McDaniel have continued to improve. Emily McDaniel has really come a long way since last year, and Caitlin has been having a really solid week of practice, and these kids are going to be the core of our program for the next 2 to 3 years. And I'm really happy with where we're at, because that part of our roster has really improved a great deal, and that just makes us a lot stronger going into the season. We'll start with Nina White. She had some back and shoulder issues the last half of the last season, and she had been coming on pretty nicely about before that point. She walked in the gym this year right off the bat. You could tell that physically she was ready to go. So hopefully that we'll able to maintain her health level, and she'll be able to continue to get better and add us some depth in the middle. Riley Izenga is one of our DSs who was unable to play last year due to medical reasons, and we are still waiting for her to get cleared, but hopefully here in the next week or so she'll be able to come back and add some depth there at the DS position. And Taylor Fleming hurt her knee last fall and had knee surgery back in October. She has been cleared to practice, and we have been working her in. If Taylor can get to the level we need her to, Taylor can have a nice impact for us on the pin this year. She hits the ball harder than anybody else on our team, and it really brings a physical presence to the court that we could really use. Well, we'll start with Allie Gruber, the transfer from North Dakota State College of Science. She's going to bring experience, and she's going to play one of our pins. And we needed an experienced player on the pin who could play 6 rotations. I'm expecting her to have a really great season and help solidify our rotation. The 3 freshmen that came in are not, first of all, they're the most talented freshman class we've had in terms of they all can play right now in some way, shape, or form if we needed them to. Which maybe not necessarily the case for every freshman class we've had. But this class is experienced, high volleyball IQ, high skill level, and very athletic. Maggie Morris is going to come in and compete for a middle position right off the bat. Allie Lasley, who's one of our DSs, her skill level's really high and her experience level's really high. She's going to get a chance to play, I think, at some point during the season. And Jordan Hallard from the Sioux area and Sioux High School, her skill level is really high and her athleticism is really high, and her ball skills are right off the top are giving her a chance to she's providing us some depth at outside hitter, so making our practices a lot better as well. So I expect all these kids to, if they're not getting on the court right away, they're making our gym better and helping us get ready. So.